Now we're going to make changes to the routines that we copied. First, we're going to go to Program. We're in Subprogram 1, and I highlight the first instruction in Routine 1. Then I execute it again, and I go to RT for real time. Here you see that the first thing it puts in real time is tab 1. Now, here are all the things that we can change. I would like to change the size of the stars and make them a little smaller. Well, over here is the R control register for rotation, and it says they're not rotated. And here it's the S for size. Oh, alright, well, it says their size is 100. Well, I'm going to say change the size to 0. They disappeared. And I'll say, what if they were size 50? Alright, they look nicer now. Alright, so we also know we could change a lot of these different things. All the way up to where it says home, which would be the last instruction in our routine. I'll go forward, and there's where home is. I see that it's in a loop here over I 80 times. I suspect there are 80 stars. Well, I could say, well, if I didn't want so many stars, I could change that, say, to 40. Alright, now there's only 40 stars. But I don't know, 80 was alright, so we go back to having 80 stars. Alright, so that's the first routine that we copied. Now let's go to the other one. First I'm going to turn RT off. I'm going to go to my program. Now I'm going to advance it till I get to tab 2. Right, I advanced it, and that's tab 1. Well, I have to advance it some more. Here's tab 2. Well, I'm going to highlight the line with tab 2, so when I go back and execute the instruction and go to RT, now it'll start at tab 2. Well, now we could have some fun here by saying Q here, which stands for quill. That's the control register that determines how wide a line will be, and since these things down here are drawn rectangles, the width of the drawing is the quill. So if I would like change that to 15, wow, now they overlap each other. I'll change it back to 5. Now, this is just in the bottom corner here. I wonder if I could stretch it out. I see here an X of 790. That would be around here. And a Y of 240. That would be down here. Well, I could say right away, why don't I move this to 50-50? So I'm going to go here for the X value and say that it's 50. So I'm going to go 0, 5, 0. Alright, now the X is at 50. I'm going to make the Y at 50. So I'm going to go 0, 5, 0. Now the Y is at 50. So now I know that this is where it starts, and then it goes down from there, down and over. So somewhere it must be adding something to the X control register and the Y control register each time it draws a rectangle. So let's go forward here, because I don't see it adding anything to X or Y. We'll go forward. Oh, look here. Add the X, add the Y. After you've drawn one rectangle, it adds to both of those. Well, there's about 10 of them to go 1,000. I don't know. Let's change this. Change in X, say, to 68. Oh, that was a little too much. Go back there and I'll say, how about 58? Alright, 58's fine. But we left the change in Y the same, and it says it's 8. What if Y changed 18? Oh, well, that's interesting. Now it goes all the way across our page. So it's a little more exciting than it was. What else could we do to it? You know, it says it's drawing a rectangle. We could see what it's doing if it were filling the rectangle. So we'll turn our RT off, go to programming, and down here, there it is. Rectangle draw, we'll put it in update mode. We'll change it to rectangle fill. We'll replace the line, we'll execute it. Now it just doesn't draw it in a color, but it fills it with that color. Alright, so we could say that that's the way we want our app. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go here to program, and we're going to save it to D. That's it for now.